South improved out of sight last year, Bicks, playing off in an SANFL prelim final versus Port. They've got a big membership drive on under the 2015 logo, We Won't Stop. So joining us, a highly respected senior coach, one of our favourites, Brad Gotch. Gotchy, thanks for your time.
No worries, Rory. Thanks for having me.
How's the team travelling?
Yeah, look, pretty happy with where we're at the moment. We've got a little bit of work to do in replacing someone like Keegan Brooksby and Tom Fields and Caleb Daniels, but hopefully we've got some other guys ready to step up.
Who might they be?
Oh, someone like a Daniel Bass will be pretty important in the ruck this year for us, I reckon. And we've got a young guy called Peter Steff that's over 200 centimetres tall, developing in the reserves. Also, Alex Collotto did a little bit of backup ruck last year, and we got Ben Hurren from Port Adelaide. So hopefully those guys will give us something in the 12-man department. And down back, picked up a guy called Ben Daru from Richmond as a rookie, so we're hoping that he'll give us something as well.
One of the things, I guess, it's the dual-edged sword. You mentioned about some of those players. You lost Keenan Brooksby and Caleb Daniel. In some respects, that is a great thing that you are developing young players to go and play in the AFL. Yeah,
look, really exciting. I think looking back on, I think there's only been one guy in the last 6 years that's been picked up as a draft. So pretty exciting to get three guys in 1 year. And it just gives us an idea of what we can do in the region. You know, if young guys within the region are prepared to knuckle down, come through our junior pathway programs, they could be the next Caleb Daniels.
How's the juniors and the development going down there? That's always been an area you need to thrive in.
Yeah, well, look, I've only been there 12 months, as you know, Rory, but looking at some of the results last year through the 14s and 15s and 16s, it was a lot more positive than what it's ever been. So, we're keeping our fingers crossed that we're getting the better talented kids coming through now, rather than in the past they might have just sidestepped a little bit, played with their local clubs, haven't gone through the senior sort of divisions. But we're hoping that they'll get involved in our program now with Tony Bamford, who's one of the leading talent managers in Australia, you'd say, and then Julian Farkas is helping him out as well. So we're trying to get a greater presence in the region. And also I'm sort of getting off my tail a little bit, ringing all the coaches in the area just to say good day and try and find out, why have we gone and missed the last 20 years with certain things. And it's just quite interesting to hear certain things back, and we've got to address those things, because part of our southern region is all these local clubs, and we need all these best kids that they promote coming through.
And I guess that's the thing. You think about Centrals and you think that they sort of own that northern area, and I just don't think, once again, I'm a long way away, but they haven't quite engaged. When I say they, South haven't quite engaged as well. So that's what you're all about, by the sound of it, getting and talking to those coaches, because once you start to get some local talent come through, I think most people get behind it. They love seeing their local people do well.
Yeah, providing they get developed the right way and there's good communication, and there's just a good feel about the atmosphere that they're going into, and they feel like they're actually progressing, going to come back better players, and that's what we've got to deliver on.
Now, you beat North in a trial. This Saturday you got a trial game versus Eagles at Higginbotham home. So it's bloody game on, isn't it? Starts to get a bit serious, Gotcha.
Yeah. Look, we decided to take 3 practice games this year. We get allocated 2, but we just like to get that extra one in, especially having Higginbotham Oval where there's no cricket, so we can get hold of that, and it's just good to practice all the things, the methods and principles that we've been practicing over the summer months, and it gives an opportunity to some of the reserve boys and younger guys to come through and get a bit of an opportunity to sort of impress the senior selection panel.
Now, you finished 4th last year until the final series. You won 2 finals and jumped up to 3rd. What do you need to do to take the next step?
Oh, look, I think we sort of looked at it when I first came in that it'd be a bit of a long-term thing to be a sustained success. So to go to the preliminary final was pretty exciting. Unfortunately, no one's going to just hand that to us again. So we're going to have to work pretty hard. We think we learned a lot out of the lessons of that preliminary final. Just 1 quarter against Port Adelaide when they outscored us quite handsomely that we need to address. But we know our method and our principles work. It's just, can we put in the hard yards? And unfortunately, I don't think the other clubs are going to slow down. I think they're going to improve as well from what I've seen. Like even North on the weekend, they were a lot more impressive, I thought, this year than what I saw of them last year.
Gotcha, you got a new CEO, Wayne Peters. Is he keeping everyone in check?
Oh, he's doing a great job, Rowey, at the moment. Yeah, look, and I know you know him well, so I'm not sort of
I had to weave
out of school.
In because I want to weave in Kathy Peters, good guys at no longer, because that's her partner. Now, there you go, and she keeps him in check, and you're wearing that on your sleeve.
You
Kathy Peters, the good guys.
I've got it on my shirt, haven't I, today?
Beautiful, yes, you have.
So I've definitely got it on, and I wear it with pride because they do a great job. But hey, look, Wayne's come in, and he's got just such great business sense, and he's a manager, and he's got us all together, and really organised and planned and having a lot of meetings about what we're doing and where we're going and reviewing and analysing things. So, Yeah, no, he's been very impressive so far, so hopefully we can deliver some things.
Now, the financial result last year wasn't great, so I guess that's the imperativeness of this membership drive that you were going to talk about, to get people back on board, because your numbers were they're very much in the bottom half of the competition, so you need to get them up.
Yeah, well, firstly, from the financial point of view, I think everyone thinks because we've got Jimmy Dean's Bistro and Entertainment that's going to...
And boy, oh boy, wowee, it's a ripper every time I go up there. Have you been up there, Bits?
Yes, I have, yes.
Absolutely superb.
Yeah, so it's a ripper facility, but I don't know whether everyone in the southern region knows about it, because... You know, it has the pokies, it has great food and dining, and it has music on a Friday night and all that sort of stuff. So we're just hoping that the people understand, like, get behind, because every dollar there comes back to us. It doesn't actually go to the club. Like, the club doesn't. The club actually funds the footy club. So if people go in there, it's actually going back to the footy club, which is great. So if we can get more of that. Also, you know, there was just a few things last year, I suppose, that, you know, things like with the membership being so low. And we've got to build on that, you know, and that's why we're getting out there to really push a drive this year. We're getting a lot more competitive out in the ground, so hopefully people will want to come and watch us and enjoy getting the experience of being involved with us.
The 2015 logo is We Won't Stop, so Tuesday and Thursday next week, expect a phone call from one of the league players?
Yeah, there's going to be a few league players are going to actually be in the office, ready to do some calls. Also, there'll be some of our leaders that will be available as well. We've got a leadership team of 6, so I think 3 are doing it one night, 3 another night. So that'll be really good fun. You know, you can speak to people like Nick Little and Joel Cross and Brad Crabb, Nick Murphy, Matty Rose, and also Tarek Wedagolo.
Oh, good.
So there's 6 of those guys. You know, they're pretty strong players for us as a footy club. So they'll be there to talk to the folk and, give them some good insight to what's going to happen this year.
Well, let's kick it off, Bix. Now, we bought a picket at Unley Road, did we not?
Yes, for the Unley Oval,
For Unley Oval to raid, because we love our West AFL, Gotcha, you know that. We're passionate about that. Bix, you're an old Panther.
Exactly. Put me down for a membership.
Done, and I'll get on board as well. Boom.
Well done, gents.
There's
Fantastic.
2, Gotchi.
Beautiful. That starts us on our track.
Now, that starts you on your track, mate. How about those apples?
That's great. Thanks very much. We really appreciate it.
Hey, and we're led to believe Thanasi Kokonakis' brother might play out at South as well. Is that right?
Pan's doing a good job. He's 200 centimetres tall, Pan.
Really?
Yeah.
Please.
And look, I think he's only had a few years of playing footy because he's probably going down the tennis track.
Yeah.
And, he's going along quite nicely and really impressed with how he's going about his business at the minute.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, well, thanks very much for coming in, Brad. We really appreciate it. Like I said, Rowey and I are keen to kick that off, and we can see that you're doing great things down there. You got them into the finals. You finished third. Next step this year, and happy days. It'll be fantastic. And let's hope everyone down south gets behind you, and all people that are South supporters that may not have been financial supporters, get your hand in your pocket and support the club.
That'd be fantastic, because there are a lot of local, up in town sort of members that we still need to jump on board, but the local southern region is where we're really angling our market, so hopefully they'll get on board with us.
Brad Gotch, our guest, and this Saturday there's a trial game versus Eagles at home. That's Hickenbotham Oval. I reckon that'll start at, around 11, the Rezzies?
We've got the Rezzies on at 11:25 and the seniors at 2:10.
And then I know on Sunday the Colts are playing, because my little fella's playing for the Eagles.
You'll be back down there watching, will you?
Yeah,
I'll see you down there.
there.
I'd like to go and watch the 16s and 18s. You can see what's coming through.
Well done. Brad Gotch, our guest.